some things are best not known. This is so in the case of one of Bridgerton's characters, Eloise, as her discovery of Lady Whistledown's true identity might significantly alter Colin and Penelope's romance in Bridgerton Season 3. In this video, we will also be uncovering how Netflix sells the dream of royalty to Bridgerton fans. Keep watching the video to find out the turn of events in your favorite TV series. What you should know? In a deviation from Julia Quinn's book series, Bridgerton Season 3 will skip Benedict Bridgerton's story in favor of Penelope Featherington and Colin Bridgerton's romance. This change makes sense in the context of the show. Penelope and Colin's relationship has been granted much more attention thus far, and they are both on the precipice of true character development. Penelope and Eloise's dynamic has also been extensively explored on the show, but Eloise's discovery that her friend is the infamous Lady Whistledown has thrown a wrench into their relationship. Oops. Eloise's scandalous findings will likely affect Colin and Penelope's romance in Bridgerton Season 3, especially when compared to the storyline of the original book. In the book, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, it is Colin who first uncovers Penelope's secret, not Eloise. There is a scene in which he fears for Penelope's safety and reputation and chooses to follow her to make sure that she is alright, only to find out that she's headed to a secret location where she drops off her Whistledown manuscript for her publisher. Though he is shocked and angry, the scene does lead to Colin and Penelope's first romantic tryst, but now that Eloise is the first to discover that Penelope is Lady Whistledown, this pivotal point in Colin and Penelope's romance will need to be altered quite drastically in the show. However, how the series will solve this problem all depends on the circumstances surrounding Penelope and Colin's love story in Bridgerton Season 3. Will Penelope's fight with Eloise change her dynamic with Colin? In the novel, a significant time jump occurs. At that point, Penelope is officially a spinster, free from the pressures of society and wholly confident in herself and her business. Her newfound freedom allows her to be more herself around Colin, which in turn brings them closer together as friends and also has a striking effect on Colin's perception of her before and after he discovers that she is Lady Whistledown. In Bridgerton, however, Penelope gets most of her confidence from being Lady Whistledown and from successfully keeping that momentous secret. Now that Eloise has discovered Penelope's alter ego and their friendship has crumbled, Pen's confidence might not be as strong, which will undoubtedly affect how she deals with Colin's mean comments from Bridgerton Season 2. This would make Penelope and Colin's dynamic less equal than it is in the novel. Bridgerton could deal with this by opting to utilize a time jump too, as it would give Penelope the time to digest what happened between her and Eloise and move on from Colin's painful remarks. However, Bridgerton would need to ensure that the tumultuous time in Eloise and Penelope's friendship isn't skipped over, as their relationship is one of the most interesting and heartwarming dynamics of the entire show. Perhaps the time jump in the middle of Bridgerton Season 3 would work best, as opposed to one that is implemented right at the beginning. How will Colin discover that Penelope is Lady Whistledown? Colin can still find out that Penelope is Lady Whistledown in Bridgerton Season 3 in a similar way to the book, though it would likely be filled with more tension, as Penelope has written quite scandalous things about him, his sister, and the rest of his family. It would also be quite surprising if it would lead to Pen and Colin's first romantic moment, simply because the things that Penelope has written and her fight with Eloise could have understandably affected his judgment of her during that time. As a result, the timeline of their romance might shift significantly. Another option is that, in the book, Colin and Penelope bond over a love of writing once he discovers her true identity. This newfound commonality could also be featured in Bridgerton Season 3, and their budding relationship might lead to him reading some of her writing, learning from her style, much like Eloise finally did in Bridgerton Season 2, eventually putting the puzzle pieces together. How Colin will react in that case depends on how his and Penelope's relationship has progressed throughout Bridgerton Season 3 and when the discovery occurs. Which of the options would you have preferred if you had the power to choose, and why? Let us know in the comments section. How does Netflix sell the dream of royalty to Bridgerton fans? The first season of Bridgerton was released in December 2020 when the world was in the grips of the COVID-19 pandemic, a time when streaming skyrocketed. The smoldering love story between Daphne Bridgerton and the Duke of Hastings was captured in memes, tweets, and even inspired a musical. Season 1 of Bridgerton ranks as Netflix's 6th most popular show on its platform, with viewers watching more than 625 million hours in the first 28 days. A summer event was designed to recreate the ecosphere of the wildly popular Netflix show that chronicles the social life of a wealthy British family in the early 19th century and the romances that consume each of the many eligible siblings. The sets and the costumes in the scripted show are opulent. Season 1 required 7,500 bespoke costumes, and the actor who portrayed socialite Daphne Bridgerton Bridgerton went through 104 dress changes throughout the 8 episodes. That is no small number of dress changes, right? Also, amid the pageantry of a social season, the pursuit of an eligible partner, and, in some instances, love, is a mashup of genteel historical romance and a steamy 21st century fiction. If you've somehow missed out on the Bridgerton phenomenon, it can be summed up in one hyphenated word: swoon-worthy. The Bridgerton balls have garnered a large social media following as well, with an estimated 580 million social impressions across Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Google. Little wonder people troop in from all over to attend the Queen's Ball, a Bridgerton experience in San Francisco, a ticketed party where guests are encouraged to don formal attire, mimicking clothing styles from Britain's Regency era, and be on their best behavior to impress Queen Charlotte, a character based on the wife of George III. Netflix and its partners have sponsored more than 800 balls since March in such cities as Atlanta, Montreal, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, which, by the way, have resulted in 38 marriage proposals and at least 4 groups arriving by horse and carriage. More than 150,000 people have attended, with more balls planned in Minneapolis, Denver, and Toronto. Have you attended any of these balls sponsored by Netflix? If yes, what was the experience like for you? We would love to hear from you in the comment section below. On the show, balls are the venue where ingenues are wooed by well-off suitors and compete to be selected as the diamond the woman Queen Charlotte believes is the most charming and beautiful of them all. But at the Queen's Ball in San Francisco, anyone, regardless of gender identity, marital status, or financial class, could win the title. You could be the next diamond for all you know. The Bridgerton fever? Greg Lombardo, Netflix's head of live experiences, said, and I quote, "It's an opportunity for fans to particularly engage with this show in the bridge between seasons at a time where fans want more. It's a way to have a dialogue with our fans and allow them that moment to not only remember what they love about the show, but hopefully remember what they love about Netflix." The Queen's Ball, a Bridgerton experience, is one of several interactive live events Netflix has hosted, including Stranger Things: The Experience, which rolls out in Montebello this month. Quote, "You don't stop thinking about the show after an episode airs, so we're always thinking of ways we can expand the story into people's lives," said Sandy Bailey, Shondaland's chief design and digital media officer. The balls, done in collaboration with live events company Fever, also serve as marketing tools to attract new fans. Erica Coyne, a musical theater actor in the Bay Area who attended a ball in September, was aware of the buzz surrounding Bridgerton but didn't watch it until she saw TikTok videos from attendees. The balls are part of Netflix's multi-pronged effort to deal with competition from such rivals as HBO Max and Disney+. Netflix, which is the dominant subscription video streaming platform, lost customers in the first half of the year. The company laid off 450 employees in the second quarter and eliminated contractors as it cut back on expenses. Things turned around in the third quarter, however, with Netflix adding 2.4 million subscribers. The streamer's efforts to boost its subscriber base included a cheaper, ad-supported plan and other types of content, including mobile games. Live events like the Queen's Ball could help Netflix remain top of mind amongst consumers. And this is how we come to the end of today's video on how Eloise knowing Whistledown's identity changes Bridgerton Season 3 and how Netflix sells the dream of royalty to Bridgerton fans. Please subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos, and while you're down there, be sure to like and share with your loved ones. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.